What's up, guys? So some of you guys might be watching this and you have a girlfriend or you're married. And my whole thing to you is this is not a one size fits all video, but in terms of what most guys should do, most guys are better off staying single, and even women for that matter, simply because of the fact that you guys tend to be better people all around before you even hop into a relationship. It's kind of like an athlete that has a chip on his shoulder, because it's like he hasn't won a championship yet, so he's still hungry. When you're not in a relationship or a serious commitment, you are very hungry. You're more apt to be self-improving when you're not in a relationship as opposed to when you're in one. So I don't know how many guys I know that I've watched just, they just become completely washed, bro. Like they get washed up because they stopped working on what they were working on before they hopped into a relationship. They feel like they don't got to work out. They don't have to eat healthy. They stop reading, they stop even doing as many hours at work because they want to spend that time with their girl. And ironically, that tends to be the reason that the woman they're with leaves them at the end of the day, because they see like, damn, this dude isn't even the same dude, that I got with at the start of the relationship. He's washed up. He's washed now. Spend a little bit too much time with her. You're not hanging out with your own friends. You just go ghost on your own friends because you get some box. What is that? And look, I'm 22 right now, and I can say with certainty, guys, with absolute certainty, that 50% of the people I know around my age, between I'll say 19 to maybe 25, they've got kids. 50% already have kids. So it's one thing if you've accomplished all your goals, you've taken care of what you need to take care of, you feel like you're deep in this self-improvement shit. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but that's a very opportune time to have kids. Now, if you're still on the come up and you haven't had anything established for yourself, to me, it's like, what do you look like bringing a child into this world if you don't have the resources to properly support the child? And, things happen in life, things happen. So, everyone's path is going to be different, but for the most part, I think all guys are better off taking care of what they got to take care of, getting their body in shape, getting their knowledge right, learning a trade or a skill, starting a business. And then once you become the best man you can be, now you can start pursuing different options. But all this talk about, every guy my age wants to have a rotation. They want to be dealing with somewhere between 3 to 10 women, and you guys have no idea how time consuming that is. That's a waste of your time. I'm telling you, man, if you guys can just take your focus away from women, or if you're a woman away from men and pursuing them, you will have so much time to become great. And especially now, some of you guys still aren't at work yet, so there's truly no excuse. And I'm telling you, man, the quickest way to become washed early is to get in a committed relationship when you don't have anything going for yourself, and then put in more priority into that rather than your own life. You've got to be selfish, especially early on in your life. These are the years, from the time you turn 16, even earlier, to the time you're 30, those are the years you have to be the most selfish in regards to yourself. Don't be afraid to be selfish. You're being selfish so you can ultimately expand your sphere of influence. How are you going to have the most impact on the lives of everyone if your life isn't even together? And another thing is, I see a lot of people get in relationships and they don't even know themselves yet. You guys might have anxiety, depression. You're still trying to figure out yourself. It's not a good idea to then add in someone else to the equation. How are you going to get to know someone else and yourself at the same time? You're spreading your resources too thin. So I say all that to say, have your priorities set. Make sure hey, I'm in the right space for this right now. Don't let your dick do the talking. Don't, cuffing season comes around and you just get lonely. So you cave into the pressure. Forget what everyone else is doing, man. You might have to really go years without prioritizing a woman or a man. You might have to go years. You know what I'm saying? You might have to, it might take a while for you to really get into the groove of what you need to get into, but that's what the beauty of the sacrifice is. What do you want? Do you want to be successful? Or do you want to sell your stock, or do you want to limit your potential? Because if you get in a relationship too early, I'm telling you right now, you're limiting your potential, your stock, because you haven't yet, like I said, you haven't yet figured out yourself, but you also haven't established the things you need to establish to have a certain amount of security. So when you add someone else to the equation, you are taking a bit of security away from the situation, because now you're spreading your energy thin. So this is just some food for thought, guys. And I feel like even if you're in a relationship, you can take some away from this video. Maybe you're putting a little bit too much energy into your situation, and you need to focus on, okay, how can I redirect more energy to my own life? Because that's going to have a positive effect on the situation that I'm in. Hold on, let me get my phone. I really need to turn this phone off before I hit the record button, honestly, guys. But that's the main point, man. The main point is you guys need to stop putting your energy into things that don't give you a positive return on your investment. And I know it's tempting. I know it's almost, ridiculous for me to sit here in the camera and tell you, hey, stop focusing on what everyone else is focusing on. But it's going to give you it's going to have such a positive impact on your life, man. I'm telling you. Like, being single is honestly a blessing. Guys, do not cave in to the peer pressure. Do not feel like you're missing out. The fear of missing out is what causes a lot of people to make mistakes. It is. Just like the stock market. People lose a ton of money in the stock market because they put all their money in one stock because they're scared of missing out. They're scared of if this stock blows up. And then they lose that money because, boop, the rug just gets yanked from under them. Same thing, guys. The temptation and the fear of missing out is what's going to cause you to simply, limit your potential. You don't want to limit your potential. Wait until it's the right time and do not be searching for it. Things that are good are going to come to you, but very rarely do we find things that we look for. Okay, guys? So all my single men out there, man, look, be happy. Because you guys are in the best position to improve your life. You guys are in the best position. That's facts. So on that note, man, it's your boy Dipsy. I'm going to catch y'all later. Quarantine times are coming to an end. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourself, staying healthy. I'm going to catch y'all later, man. Peace out.